What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to Some Dungeon Defenders 2. I've been getting lots and lots of questions about Altar of the Athame, the newest Prime Incursion here in Prime number 5, so decided to put together this 10 tips to help you succeed in Altar of the Athame. Now, first things first, I can't say this enough. Tip number 1 would be don't spawn camp. We've become so accustomed to doing things like this, and this is going to hurt you on this particular map. With the enemies dropping the books, you don't want the enemy to die inside the spawn protection. You're only extending your map and making things more difficult for yourself. So give all the enemies just tons of room to come out, and if you wanted to do an Aura spawn camp, do something along those lines, and make sure there's plenty of room for the baddies to come out before they're getting wrecked. Number 2 would be to use the bells. We've got these assassin bells. There's one down here, of course, and there's one all the way up here. Now, these bells are susceptible to diminishing returns. However, they can really help you out quite a bit, as it is going to be a stun for all assassins on the entire map. Now, although the countdown timer says it has a 20-second cooldown, it actually only has a 6-second cooldown, so we're getting that stun off every 6 seconds, stunning all the assassins around if you choose to. Now, with that in mind, with the bells, remember the bells can be automated, so putting a reflect beam down, for example, as the reflect beam explodes, it is going to set off the bell. Let's wait for an explosion here, and as you see, it's going to automatically set that bell off every 6 seconds. Now, you can even go as far as to do this on both of them, but remember, if you automate them both, diminishing returns is going to stack up much quicker. Now, the diminishing returns, although they do stack up fast, they also go away pretty quick as well, so you do end up getting the full stun on those assassins, even after the diminishing returns do stack all the way. Now, next up, use the Assassin's Potion. There's no way to automate this, but it straight up gives you an invulnerability buff. You see it right under my nameplate. That's going to last for 30 seconds. This has a 30-second cooldown, meaning you can have 100% uptime on the Assassin's Potion if you chose to. You could come back over here every 30 seconds and pop it, and be completely immune to the assassins for the duration. As you see there, it appears that cooldown is actually lower now as well, so it is actually less than 30 seconds. Let's see what it actually is. Oh wow, it's only 10 seconds! So that's only a 10-second cooldown for a 30-second buff. Now, I would imagine that's probably a bug and might get changed. However, that is how it is right now. Now, next up, always have a plan for the assassins. Now, I'm not talking about the Dark Assassins or the Altar Assassins. I'm talking about the regular old assassins we're used to. Make sure you have a plan to remove these assassins, because this is a higher difficulty. It's certainly no joke, and the assassins will kill you if you don't have a way to remove them. So things like the Sparkle Party Cat will roll on any Gatto pet. Sparkle Party will get rid of those assassins for you, and just building with assassins in mind. So say we were going to build this lane, we want to put some crowd control in the lane just to make the lane strong. Now, what I just did is gave myself an assassin removal zone that's also killing the main lane. So we're getting double use out of our DU, and in this situation, when the assassins pop, I would just run right over here and let the proton beams take the assassins right off. Now, next up, you always want to make sure your team is ready. What I mean by that is these statues do have a ton of health, so if your teammate is down fighting in the lower lane, the teammate is certainly not going to make it up to the top to help assist with killing the statue when you pop the altar after giving it its 4 books. So before you pop the altar, if you are playing multiplayer, make sure you just send out a couple of pings or something and let people know that they need to get up here and help out on that statue. The basic counter to assassins is more hero health. Now, it's not the answer, it's not the fix-all, but having more hero health is going to make life so much easier for you in any difficulty level from Chaos 5 on up, as long as there's assassins available. So if you come into this map with no hero health, you're going to have a really tough time. Now, I've got maxed out Ascension, so of course I've got full max on the hero health there, and I still put more hero health on my weapon just to stack it up even higher. So, I mean, you don't want to sacrifice all of your damage, but certainly if you feel uncomfortable with your health level, get a little hero health in the mix to help you out on remedying that situation. Now, next up, remember, although we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 possible spawn points, we've actually only got 3 lanes. So if you're having troubles with your normal build, building a setup, say like here, building another setup here, cut it down to 3 lanes and just build a heavier setup right here that's going to cover both of these packs. What that's going to do is free up a little extra DU and allow you to spend a little more on every single lane to make sure it is squared away. Now, you do want to avoid towers and blockades. Now, if you have to use them, then you have to use them. However, remember that the altar assassins will sometimes go after a tower if it's there, so if something can be hit, the altar assassins can indeed hit it. So unless you're just hard stuck on wanting to use towers, towers are going to provide an additional target for those dark assassins, and they will one-shot them, if not two-shot them. So if you avoid using any defenses that can be destroyed, you're going to be helping out your cause quite a bit, no doubt about it. And then last up would be kite assassins away from the altar and away from the cores. The assassins are naturally going to aggro to the players, although they do derp around a little bit with some funky AI. You can kite these assassins around, so if you know that you're getting close to being able to activate the Dark Realm altar, make sure the assassins are away from it by like just coming over here or down below even and just hanging out for a few seconds. The assassins move so slow, if they get away from the altar, you're going to have plenty of time to run in and pop it and then DPS your statue. So hopefully these tips help everyone get this map knocked out and help you succeed in the Altar of Athame. So as always, thank you an absolute ton for watching. Make sure to click that like button and please subscribe to the channel. I will be back soon with more Dungeon Defenders in all its forms. Thanks again. I'll see you next time.